Here we go, we're at it again. We got in a little late and decided that we wanted camp to be set up by the cabin and to be able to pitch our tent by the cabin. So we did some rearranging and my daughter did some singing, and then we got our tent all pitched and we were ready to sleep. It was a cold night, but we slept really, really warm in our tent. When we woke up, check out all this frost. Everything was covered with a thick layer of frost, but it was still a beautiful morning. My daughter and I had to take a quick trip down the mountain to get some cell service, as where our camp is, we don't have cell service. It was a beautiful drive and a little bit chilly. I should have worn a jacket, but I didn't. But you can see the burnt trees along the way. We're grateful that our spot that we have bought land doesn't look quite as bad. You actually see more of the new growth, which is really nice. When we got back to camp, one of my adult daughters had come up to help for the day. And look at her. She is so tough. Look at that big pile that she cleaned out for us and got a lot of the down trees cleaned up in an area. That's going to be a constant thing for us. One of our main goals for this trip was to be able to get in a toilet. I know that sounds crazy, but maybe not. You got to have a toilet, and you can't just keep squatting in the woods, although we did. But my husband was able to link into the septic tank, and he did a pretty dang good job of getting things linked in. And then my daughter helped by attaching the frame that we're going to put the toilet on. Yes, we're going to put an actual toilet in the forest. Okay, as you can see, we have the spot for the toilet, and then we have another pipe coming over. We're going to be building a bathhouse over on this other side, but we need to have a temporary toilet in the cabin area while we're working up there for the next year or so that it takes to build the bathhouse. We really want to be able to use the wood that is on the property to build our structures. Here we have my daughter and my husband trying to put together the chainsaw mill. The instructions are not very clear, and it was definitely a struggle. But they did eventually get it. I love a good mountain rainstorm, and we got a few of them on Saturday, and it was gorgeous. But the end is the best. Let's talk chainsaw mills. May I suggest you don't buy one? We thought that they would be a great thing to have, and we thought this would be the inexpensive way. Yeah, it's also the really hard way to mill our wood. So my husband even ended up driving back into town to get a new chain for his chainsaw, thinking that that's what it needed to be. And he was able to cut this one piece of wood, which we needed one to finish off the toilet platform. And the one did turn out really pretty. So we finished the box for the platform, and now my husband needed to cut a hole in the plywood. Well, he forgot his tools back at home, which is a ways away. So he just decided to do what we call this the Marty Rainey style. If you know Marty Rainey, there you go. He decided just to take his chainsaw and to cut a hole. And guess what? He did a pretty dang good job. When you're building stuff this far away from a store, there's very little room for error. And guess what? It fit first try. Who would have thought? Time for the toilet. Okay, I'm so excited for this part. So I got this toilet for free off my local Facebook Marketplace, which I'm very thrilled about because I love all things free. And my daughter, my husband, got it over to the spot and got it positioned right. Yes, we put a wax seal in, so don't fret about that. And then they got it attached, and we were so excited to actually use it. We put together this old PPTP, cut the bottom out of it, and put it right over the top. It was perfect.
Trusty old flusheroo.
The next day, we took down tree after tree after tree, and my kids were awesome at hooking it up to the four-wheeler and dragging them up to the sawmill. So let's talk about that chainsaw mill. Let me just tell you, it sucked. We are now looking for a real sawmill. But the breeze was nice. Feeling defeated from the chainsaw mill, we decided to take out the big dead pine tree at the beginning of our drive into our property. It was a big tree and it was very, very dead and crunchy, but guess what? It didn't want to fall the direction we wanted it to fall and decided to go backwards. If you're enjoying the adventures we have at our land, please subscribe. Thank you.